What's going on, guys? Welcome. It's Monday, man. I'm like here, and I thought, why am I sitting here waiting and just scrolling through things? I don't know. Let's just get in here. How's it going? Happy Monday, man. Another week. We've made it. We are here. We are comfy. We've got our coffee. 10:16 a.m. Eastern Standard Time here in very cloudy and rainy South Florida. It is raining today. Yeah. Happy Monday, Vox. Good to see you, man. Hope you're doing well over there. Hope you have your cup of coffee ready, or second or third. I don't know. You know, I realized yesterday I had not had any coffee. I was busy running around doing stuff, and then I realized like later at night, I was like, I haven't had a cup of coffee today. And normally when I don't have coffee, I'm all like jittery and stuff, or like shaky, or like kind of like that withdrawal feeling. But for some reason, I didn't feel that at all yesterday, which was really weird. What's going on, Wolfpack? How you doing? Thanks for checking in. All right. We got a couple of things to talk about today. Got some news. Some changes are coming to the stream. Yeah, I don't know. Some people may like it. Some people may not. Stay tuned for that. Some people might be okay with it, and some people might be like, yeah, I don't know. It's gonna make or break. I don't know. So stay tuned for that. We'll be talking about that a little later. As for today, we're going to talk about a couple of things. We got some obviously we'll watch some videos. It's Monday, man. We're going to ease into the week, but there's a couple of things that have happened over the past couple of days that I wanted to talk about, like and this is regarding stuff that just pertains to me, and I thought I'd share it. Like for example, there's this new Redbubble is the online store where you can put up designs and sell different products that they put your design on, and then they take care of the printing and the shipping and all of that. And you get a very small you get a small amount back depending on your markup that you do, 10%, 20%, whatever. So you don't get a lot. So it turns out that now they've decided to put out a tier system, like kind of an account tier system that's going to charge people a fee monthly based on their earnings. And so we're going to talk about that a little bit in a moment, because it really has changed the way people were interested in using Redbubble as the resource, and I'll get all into that. A couple of other things we're going to talk about. I just finished watching The Mandalorian, and I'm not going to ruin it for anybody in case anybody hasn't seen, but I have to say, you guys have to watch it. So we'll talk about that in a little bit too. But you definitely, if you have not seen The Mandalorian, you need to watch it. It's 3 seasons and it's on Disney Plus. And if you happen to have Disney Plus, check it out. If you don't, listen, let's say you have Hulu, it costs a little bit more just to have Disney Plus. Just do it for a month. If not, just get Disney Plus by itself. There's so many, like if you're a Marvel fan, if you are a Pixar fan, well, if you're a Disney fan, but if you're a Marvel fan, Pixar, what's the other one that's up there? Obviously Star Wars. If you like any of those things, it's worth getting, even if it's just for a month, and do some binge watching. I'm on the second episode for the 3rd season. I've been behind a bit. I forgot that they even had a 3rd season, and I had to go back in and watch it, and it was really worth it. Brink told me about it, said, hey, have you watched it? I'm like, oh, I forgot. And so I started watching it. I binged it, and I just watched the last one last night. What about I'm a DC and Star Trek fan? Paramount. wait. DC, they have HBO Max and Paramount. I always say that wrong. Paramount? Yeah. Paramount has, that's I think through CBS, I'm not sure, has plenty of Star Trek stuff for you to watch, as well as what's that other one? Like I just said, HBO Max usually has all the DC movies too. Paramount. I can never say. I don't know why I'm screwing that one up. What's up, Winters? By the way, hello. Good to see you, Matrix. And good to see you, my friend Winters. Paramount. It's Paramount, right? Not Paramount. Is it Paramount? I have no idea. It's the one with the freaking the mountain. It's Monday, man. I'm just learning how to speak. Thanks, Winters. So anyhow, So yeah, so just listen, just get Disney Plus for a little bit. If you're a Star Wars fan, and if you're not, you'll still like it. I did realize that they have a couple of other nice Star Wars shows up there that I have not seen, like the Boba Fett saga or whatever it is. I forgot what it's called. Something about Boba Fett. They have one season for that. They have I forgot the names of them, but obviously Obi-Wan Kenobi is up there, and Andor I think is the other one. So they have a couple of different, but the Mandarin, man, it was Mandalorian, not the Mandarin. That Mandarin is an orange. don't watch the orange. That's not what you want. Yeah. That big pointy rock thing. I want to hurt. Hey. These pronunciations so bad, bro. Go back to bed. Don't be talking about hurting yourself. We don't want to hear that. I know you're saying it in jest, though. Listen, my pronunciations will always be bad. That's my thing. So, let's see what else. So those are the first two things. So let's get the let's get the easy one out of the way. Yeah, Pedro Pascal. I said that right. Okay, Pedro Pascal. Let's go in there. So this is the guy that plays the Mandalorian. Now, as you know, he also was the dude that was in The Last of Us. I know that man. He is funny. Nice. So he plays both the Mandalorian, and he was also Joe in The Last of Us on HBO. And it turns out, I didn't think about this, but obviously when he's playing the Mandalorian, he wears a helmet, because the whole thing with the Mandalorian is that they never take their helmet off. Let's just leave it there. We're not going to spoil it for anybody. So they don't take their helmet off. And a very talented musician and actor. Is he a musician? I don't know. But anyways, he was also the guy who was like in Game of Thrones a long time ago that fought against the Mountain. Pretty sure. So here's the thing. So he always wears a helmet in The Mandalorian. And I never thought about this. But other than his voice, that usually sounds like it's over like a speaker, because of the fact that he has he has the helmet on, so you can't really hear him that well. And every time they put their helmet on, it sounds like they're talking like this. It's like, I will come. Oops, wrong one. Hey, I will come to get you. It almost sounds like the pilot voice. But here's the thing: I didn't realize that there's a possibility that he didn't even have to be there most of the time. If he voiced everything, he wouldn't even have to be there. And so what happened is in the season finale, and there's no spoilers here, so you're okay. But there was supposed to be a scene where he is without his helmet again, And that was supposed to be a scene, and they cut that scene out because of scheduling. He had prioritized Last of Us over Mandalorian, and he had to be at a shoot for The Last of Us, so he was unable to be there for this specific unmasked shoot that they were going to do. So that never happened. And it turns out that some of the time he wasn't even on set. So that's kind of lame, because I thought like, okay, so the moving around and the running and the fighting and stuff, I guess was done by someone else. And all he really did was lend his voice. And at this point, I don't even know how much he was actually there. And I'm curious to know. Cast Nord for the next Mondo season, best voice actor. Hello, welcome. I am a Mandalorian. This is the way. I would read the audiobooks. Isn't Pascal also in The Last of Us? Yes, he is in The Last of Us. And so that's where he chose The Last of Us as a priority over this one. So here it says, I'm told that Pedro not being in the Mandalorian finale was a scheduling thing. That's why he wasn't seen or whatever in the Mandalorian finale. He is actually seen, by the way. He is there, but he's just not seen his face. That was simply a matter of scheduling with The Last of Us. And it was in first position for him. And I understand that he was on set for a couple of episodes this past season and that he's not going anywhere. Okay. So the point being is, I was just surprised. And I guess I shouldn't be surprised, because that's how it is nowadays. It's like, hey, if they're not seen and somebody else can be in the body, or they can do CGI, whatever, then all they do is act as the voice. This is the way. Hold on, let's see. This is the way. Huh? How about that? How about that? Yeah. There you go. I got the job. I got the job. Mm-hmm. Nice. So, how do you guys feel about that? Do you think that if an actor is hired to do a role, whether he is masked or not masked, in other words, whether you can see his face or not, what do you think? Shouldn't they be there? Shouldn't they be doing the physical acting? I mean, I get the stuntman stuff, you know, they have to do, somebody else has to do the fighting and the dangerous stuff, but for the running around and like the, you know, the mannerisms and all that, shouldn't it be the actor? Are you the Mandalorian, Nort? I am. I was doing the voice when he wasn't able to do the voice. I am taking him as a foundling. He is now my apprentice. Oh, is it deeper? Hold on. My foundling is now my apprentice. I don't like it. I haven't had my morning honey with tea, you know, or tea with honey backwards. You know what I mean. Anyways, an actor can voice act or be there in physical form and still be an actor. By that logic, stuntmen shouldn't be in action films and the actors should be do the stunts and be there. No, see, okay, so let me back up. I understand the stunt work part where whenever they're going to do like, you know, the dangerous scenes based on their contract, they're not, you know, first of all, most people that are not Tom Cruise don't do their own stunts, right? You know, obviously there's some crazy ones like Tom Cruise that like to do their own stunts. And I get that. But what I'm talking about is if you have an actor, like let's say, for example, Deadpool. Deadpool is wearing a mask the whole time. It could have simply been some other guy in the suit, and all Ryan Reynolds could have to do is maybe just voice the comedic genius that he is. And then somebody else could have just done the mannerisms, right? Would that be okay? I think not. I think the whole reason why, like, Deadpool's a great example. I think the whole reason why it works is because, and I'm more than 99% sure that was Ryan Reynolds the whole time, except for the stunt work. But I would say that the actor's hired not just because of his vocal acting capabilities and emotions, but also because of their mannerisms and the way they can, you know, present themselves and act with their body. And so that's where I think it's kind of lame for somebody to not be there after they've taken an acting role such as this. And I don't know how much he was not there, but if he wasn't there for some of the Mandalorian scenes and he just voiced because he was too busy, I'd say that sucks. I think he should get a pay cut. Damn it. If I send somebody else in to do my work, should I be getting paid? If I decide to put somebody else here to stream instead of me, I don't know, maybe you guys might like that. But the point being is, I shouldn't be getting paid. That person gets paid. That's just me, though. Sorry, I got something in my eye. Personally, I still feel stuntmen CGIs are just as valid as being the face voice of a masked character. I'm kind of confused on that. Hold on. The other way around, I mean, it's early morning. Okay, I still feel... I'm kind of confused on that statement, but I'm going to take it as, first of all, stuntmen and CGI are very much needed in movies. I am not dismissing that by any means. I think that is important. What I'm talking about is actors that will just voice over things when they're because of the fact that they can get away with not being there because somebody else can stand in their suit because their face is not seen. That's the part. Now there are cases like, remember back in the day, by the way, good morning, Brink, good to see you. Remember back in the day when I don't know if you guys remember this movie, The Crow, and it was with Brandon Lee, who passed away unfortunately, Bruce Lee's son. And he was filming, I believe, I don't know if it was, I think it was, he was still filming The Crow. And when he passed away, it was during the filming, and they had to finish the movie, and they ended up doing like recording somebody else with shadows or some, I don't know if there was CGI back then, I can't remember, but I know they completed the film, but they had to like switch everything around and use like other stuff that they filmed of him. And so I get in those cases it would make sense, but not in the case of, sorry guys, I'm too busy to come in today because I'm doing another movie, so I'll go ahead and let somebody else stand in for me and I'll just voice the stuff over. I think that's screwed up. Now, unless it's a cartoon, then that's different. It can't rain all the time. Oh, yes, it can. It was raining here a little bit ago. Now the sun is out, but it's still kind of stormy. Oh, man. Anyway, so that's kind of the thing. I was just curious. I wonder if there's ever a way to find out how much on set time versus the scenes that he's in, not including stunt work, was Pedro Pascal actually in the show recording. Correct, they are needed, but voice actors are used in animated films and not the characters. No, but that's completely different. Obviously, animated films, you're not going to be there. That makes 100% sense. Obviously, I'm talking about real life movie, like movies that are made, recording that the actor's present, not animated cartoons or anything like that. Obviously, they don't have to be there. They can do it from home if they have the right recording stuff. My point is sometimes masked characters are in the same boat and just need a voice that is recognizable instead of needing someone to constantly be in the suit. Just my opinion. Okay, well, if that were the case, and I get that, then they're basically hiring they're hiring two different actors. They're hiring one actor to be the voice because they want that voice, and then they're hiring another character because they want the physical appearance, and that's the person that fills out the suit, or maybe because they move a certain way or have certain mannerisms that the voice actor does not. That's legit if they did it that way. It can't. Oh, sorry. It can't rain. Oh, sorry. Dude, that movie is so long ago. I don't remember the things of it, but good job remembering that. That was actually, now that you say that, that was part of the movie. Wasn't Darth Vader like that? James Earl Jones did the voice, but someone else was in the suit, right? Yes, exactly. But that was purposely filmed that way. That was done. So I guess Star Wars series or Star Wars type of movies are known for doing stuff like that. So more than likely it is, but I'm wondering. So it could have been that the Mandalorian the whole time was a different actor and not Pedro Pascal, and Pedro Pascal was only the voice. Same thing with what's her name? Bo-Katan? What's her name in real life? I forget her name. She's Katie. Is it Katie? Kate? You know who I'm talking about. Good looking girl. Anyways, so it's the same case with all of them. So they never needed to be there if they were going to have a mask or they have their helmet on. So I guess that's what it is. I guess that's the Star Wars way. They hire voice actors and they pay them to be just voice. Hey, you're just going to be here. We just want your voice. That's what we're paying you for. You don't have to be here. We'll record you and then we'll have somebody else do the action and do the running around and do the flying and all of that. And so therefore you never have to be there. It costs us less. We can get it done easier. And that's how it's going to be done. And I guess that's how it's done. That makes sense in that case. And then, hey, all right, but you got to make it, you're going to have to be here a couple of times. Maybe you'll take your helmet off. Maybe there's a scene, whatever. So you have to be here for those. And that's what it is. That makes sense. But still, I don't know, man. I don't know. So is it the same thing for Spider-Man? Well, I know there's a lot of CGI in Spider-Man. We know that. But for the cases where he's standing in a suit and he's not CGI, is it not Tom Holland? Is it somebody else? Probably. Maybe they do it that way for a reason. We will never know. The animated character's reference was about the voice. Totally understand what you mean, though. Yeah. Check the credits. It's good. It's a good thing. Yeah, I could check the credits. Let's see. Is it Manda or Manda? Yeah, it's a Mandalorian. Let's see. The Mandalorian. It should be like a cast, right? So, so I don't know. This says Brendan Wayne. So this guy, because if you look at the credits here at the bottom, obviously it has Pedro Pascal as he's in 24 episodes. Okay, I don't even have to count the episodes, but anyways, Pedro Pascal is the Mandalorian, and then down here it has Brendan Wayne as the Mandalorian also. Who is Brendan Wayne? Let's see. For over 3 seasons, Brendan Wayne has starred as the Mandalorian in Disney's flagship alongside Wayne developed Mando by combining a tactical combat approach with a strong Western influence. In doing so, he created a character that has captured the imagination of new generation of Star Wars fans. Wayne grew up in the midst of okay, blah 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 blah. All right, so I guess yes. So I guess he Why can I see the rest of this? So he's probably he's 6 foot tall. How tall is the other guy? Let's see. Let me see. He's 5'10". A Mandalorian. Okay. So there it goes. There's the answer. So they did have someone doing the not voice area. Easily done there. Now, wait, there's other people too. Wait a see, look, there's other people down here. Lateef Crowder, Barry Lowen, they both, one for 8 episodes, one for 3 episodes. So they had multiple ones. Oh wait, unless no. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on a second. Now I'm confused. It's got to be that. So they probably did it. A bunch of filler Mandos. Yep. I guess so, depending on what they needed. There you go. All right. So we answered the $1 million question. Tis what it is. Don't hate on the guy just because he decided not to be there. There's a couple of guys. A bunch of filler Mandos for certain scenes, maybe. Yeah, maybe. All right. It was good stopping by. No problem, but I gotta go have a good stream. Thanks, man. Thanks for stopping in. Always great. I know you're on a different time zone, so I really appreciate you stopping in. See you later, Wolfpack. I still don't know why my howl doesn't work. Something's messed up with my system somewhere. That's okay. All right, so that's it for Pedro Pascal. Good job, bro. The Mandalorian, check it out. It was really worth it. I really enjoyed it. Just watched the last episode yesterday. I was like, damn, this is good. This is good stuff. He is a badass. I do enjoy him. I'm still kind of on the fence on how I feel about how I felt about the whole The Last of Us. I really haven't taken time to totally absorb that show. I mean, I watched the whole thing, but you know, like after you watch it, you want to kind of like really dissect it and be like, okay, did I really enjoy this? Was it a good show, or was it just because of the hype? You know, and so now it's like I'm kind of going through that. So we'll go through that another time. Let's talk about this. This is pretty cool. So Jake Gyllenhaal is playing an MMA fighter in his upcoming movie. And I love the heading and the title of this where it just says, just do like 100 push-ups. And so I guess that's what he owes his transformation to. So there was a time when I could do 100 push-ups straight. I can't do that anymore, but there was a time when I did. And I have to say though, push-ups do work. I mean, push-ups do kind of like, if you do them, depending on how you set up your arms and hands, and you can put them inward, outward, you can work out a lot of areas in push-ups. So I'm going to give myself, I do 100 a day and I look like a barrel. Do you do 100 a day straight? Like straight 100 push-ups? No, of course not. Okay, no. I used to do 100 push-ups straight. And so you build up to that, obviously. I can do 100 in sets of 10 throughout the day. There you go. And one of the things that I got to doing, this is like 20 years ago. I don't do this anymore. So I used to be able to do 100 push-ups and 100 sit-ups straight every night. And it was great. And I was fit and I, felt good. I didn't look like this guy, but I'm going to give myself a new challenge. I want to get to 100 push-ups straight. No sets, no whatever. I want to get to a max 100 push-ups. That's going to be my goal for this year. And on top of that, I also want to get to 100 sit-ups in one set. So that's going to be for this year. By the end of the year, that's a long time, man. We're already like what? We are, yeah. So it's a long time. By the end of the year, I will have, and I'm saying this here now, clip it, record it, whatever. By the end of this year, I'm going to be doing 100 push-ups straight and 100 sit-ups straight. That's my goal. See you next year with that goal. I believe in you guys. We're going to see. I recently started doing calisthenics stuff, working on the core. Yes, and that's what I want to do too. Now I'm going to start doing weights again because I believe that when I was doing my weights this 4 years ago, when I was actually working out and lifting all the time, like at least 3 days a week, I was actually, was it 4 years? Yeah, 4 to 5 years ago, before I started streaming, I was actually losing weight from working out, from actually lifting weight. I know that sounds weird. I was losing weight by lifting weight. Yeah, it was crazy. Like fat was just burning off from just doing weights. I didn't do a lot of cardio. I hated cardio. The only cardio I did was I walked a lot. I did a little bit of jogging, not a lot, and I walked a lot, and I did a punching bag. And that really was my workout. So I was joking about this because yesterday my wife is like, we're doing walks from now on. I don't care. We're going walking. In my neighborhood, it's like there's like a 3-mile walk that you can do out and back. So my wife took it upon herself to make it a point that we're going to go walking every day for, whatever long it takes to do that walk. And I'm seriously, man, I hated it yesterday. I was like, oh, my feet hurt, my back hurts, my side hurts. I'm all out of shape. So I'm like, this sucks, because I used to do that same walk every night and then jog half of it and then just walk and just kind of enjoy being outside and with no problems. And now it's like I was like struggling after we did a quarter of it. It's pretty bad, man. So yeah, so I've got to change that. Loco, good to see you, man. How was the move for your parents? Did you get them all squared away? I'm not going back to the gym because screw that. So I'm doing exercise using just my body weight, which is 248 ain't light. No, I hear you, man. Good thing for me is I don't go to a gym. I have a gym here in my house, so I've got all the stuff. It's in the, the garage has it's a 2.5 car garage. The half part is for like a golf cart. I don't golf, so I don't have a golf cart. So I put the gym there. It's like one of those stand-up gyms. It's a pull down, and you can also put the bench on it. So it's got everything. So I have no excuse. I've got a gym here. I got to do it. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't know why I'm wasting time here. I'm getting old. I'm getting tired. My muscles are shrinking. My fat is growing. Hey, I got to do something about that. There it is. There's the 100 push-ups. There is I threw down the challenge. I'm going to be 100 push-ups by the end of the year. Nice. Thanks, bro. I feel like someone roughed me up. Oh man, it was a tough weekend. Things you shouldn't do over 40 now include sleeping on a cot after loading a moving truck for 8 hours. Dude, I think I stopped sleeping on cots at 20 years old. Or probably 15. There's no way, man. There's no way I would sleep on a cot now. I'd rather sleep on the floor, in fact. Call me crazy, but I would sleep so much better on the floor. I have this, I don't know if I ever told you guys, but I have this Sleep Number bed. Yeah, the old people bed. And you know, you can raise the back, you can raise it up from your back, or you can raise your legs up. And it also has like a responsive unit where when you lay on it, it settles in based on your weight, and like kind of, so it molds you so that you have a better sleep. So it like takes off the strain in some areas, right? So my wife has the same bed. We have two of them, and they're like separate, so we can run them. They're together, but they're separate as far as the controls, right? So we set it on. It turns out we set it on the same number. It's one of those Sleep Number beds. We both set it on the same number, and it auto adjusts when we lay on it. That's how it's set. It's like responsive or something. So she lays on her bed. And then a few seconds or about a minute or so after laying on it, it will then recognize your weight that you're on it and know to adjust to your body, right? And so it goes, for hers, it's like, done. And it's done. It's like, it's done like in, honestly, maybe 10 seconds, five to 10 seconds, hers is done. No big deal. I lay down on my bedside, same number, and it goes, bro, it takes like almost a minute for mine. And we laugh about it every night because we're the same number. We're just different weights. So hers is like, and mine just like takes forever. Because it's like, it's almost like the bed is screaming, oh my God, this guy weighs so much. I'm going to have to adjust. I can't take it. It's horrible. Oh, it's great and comfy though. It's nice to go. I'm like sunk in there. Military cots are so comfy. Don't fight me. I don't know. The mattress says, don't tread on me. I know. Oh my gosh. That poor mattress is like screaming, get this guy off of me. Because the way it works is like air. It has like air chambers. And so it's letting the air out in some areas and filling them up in others. Yeah, it's going to explode one day because I lay on it. Crazy stuff. Oh, anyways. So yeah, so this picture here is going to be it's going to be my motivation to say, if he can do it, I can do it. So let's hope if I can get that done before the end of the year, but I have till the end of the year. Now, my kids don't believe me anymore when I say I'm going to lose weight and I'm going to get back to fit, because they're like, Dad, I remember you used to be fit. Why can't you be like that anymore? And they look at pictures and they're like, look at you. And my wife looks at my license picture and look at that guy. I'm like, what do you mean that guy? I'm right here. I'm still here. She goes, no, it's not the same. So every time I tell them this is the year, they're like, we don't believe you anymore. It's been 2 years, Dad. You keep saying this is the year. So this is the year, guys. You're going to believe me. This is the year. I'm going to get back. I'm going to look like that. Well, okay, maybe not like that, but let's get that picture out of there. I don't want you guys getting confused. Sleeping up to customer service. No, sir, the mattress shouldn't be crying for help. That's not a feature. So I did ask customer service. I'm like, isn't it supposed to be responsive? Like when I move, it should readjust itself. And the lady says, yeah, it should. It doesn't? And I'm like, no. So I guess the mattress is like, hell no, I'm not going through that again. That's what you get one time. So in the morning when I'm done and I get up, a few like minutes after I get up, it actually resets back to itself, like to normal. So it's almost as if it takes a big breath, like, oh, thank goodness this guy's off of me. It just gave up. Exactly. It's like, dude, I'm not readjusting. All right. Damn. Oh my gosh, too funny. Okay, let's talk about this Redbubble stuff, man. It's got me pretty pissed off. It's really changed a lot of stuff. I think Brink might have something to say about this, but let me see what I got here. I'm gonna bring this up. So recently, Redbubble made an announcement that they were changing their account structures. So I just got into Redbubble maybe about 2 weeks ago. And Brink had told me about it, and he shared how easy it was to upload your stuff and how amazing, and it costs nothing. And basically, there's no startup cost. It's just time. Create your designs, upload them. Do the whole entries that you have to do, and select the designs you want it to be. The products you want your designs to be on, and adjust your designs so they fit properly and all that. And then you're good to go. You can put your designs up, and it costs nothing. Basically, anytime anybody buys anything, they pay Redbubble for actually printing it, creating it, and shipping them out, and then you get the markup. So you can put a markup of 5%, which would be stupid, and up to, I think, 25% or whatever you want to put. And I think the standard is about 20% markup. I dropped mine down to like 15% markup. So you really don't make a lot. I'll give you an example. Like, there's a puzzle that I made. There's one that I made for a puzzle, and my wife liked it, and I said, okay, I'm gonna buy it for her since I buy it at cost. And it's a 1,000-piece puzzle, and it costs, for a regular person to buy it, like $38 and change. So because of the fact that it's mine and I'm gonna pay cost, the cost is like $34. So if I were to sell that to someone else, I'm making $4 out of that puzzle. That's it. Not a big deal, right? Okay. So, and it's fine. I would be like, I got $4. Awesome. They get their $34 for actually doing it and doing the work. I get $4. Fine, whatever. Not a big deal. But now they came out with a new account tier, like 3 different levels. It's standard, premium, and pro. Now you don't get to pay to be at a better tier. Like the premium and the pro is not based on price. You don't get to pay it. They choose which one you fall into based on some kind of algorithm that they came up with. And for the majority, it almost seems like 88% of the people, or I would say like more than 80% of the people that have a Redbubble account have fallen under the standard tier. A very few amount have gone into the premium or pro tier. Now, one of the biggest difference between those two, and I'm going to read your comments in a second. One of the biggest difference between the 3 different tiers for Redbubble is that the premium and the pro tier don't actually pay. If I'm mistaken, I got to check, but they don't actually pay an account fee. So, but you have to get into that. And there's some other stuff that they give you. But for one of the most important parts is account fees are not paid. Now, what are account fees? All right, that's what we're going to talk about. So let me show you this. I made this really cool Excel spreadsheet here.
Hey guys, I made an Excel spreadsheet. It's really cool. I'm going to share it with you. Okay, here it is.
All right, so really cool. I made this Excel spreadsheet just to kind of give you a rundown of what this is. Let me read this. I haven't had a chance to go over the Redbubble stuff. Busy weekend with the family and Star Citizen. No worries, bro. I mark up about my products about 20-25%. Yeah, I think that's a good markup actually. I did it lower just because I'm like, whatever, I'll just do it lower. Yeah, it's based on your sales, I bet, and like sales consistently. All right, so let me show you standards. So it's not based on sales, by the way, as far as getting put into premium or pro tiers is not based on sales, because there are people that are in premium and pro that have no sales or have very little sales. It has more to do with the driving force of traffic. I think it's a mixture of things, but one of the things is the driving force of traffic that you bring to them, the quality of traffic you bring over to them, and also how professional your store looks, as well as how good and resolution and high quality items you have, as well as if you're keeping up with the trends that people want to buy. So there are a couple of things that they list as far as if you want to be at those levels. These are kind of some of the things that we're looking at for you to reach the next tier, but there's no exact plan on how to get there. Okay, having said that, this is the standard earnings or standard tier for earnings and the fee based on those earnings. Now, what are earnings? So earnings are anything beyond what the cost is. So like I said earlier, the cost for the $1,000 puzzle, for the 1,000-piece puzzle was $34 and change to actually make it. That's the cost. That's not earnings. The earnings is the markup that you do. So in my case, I sell it for $38 and change. I would have gotten about $4. Okay. So $4 is my earnings for that puzzle. Now here on the side is at the end of the month, they look at your earnings, and depending on what your earning is, changes the percentage. And each earning bracket is like, in this particular case, you'll notice this is, I'm going to make this a little bit bigger so we can get into this area first, and then we'll come back to 30%. Okay. So in this particular case, the $2 to $2.99 is the first earning bracket. All right. And I want you to notice this. And this is obviously nobody's going to sell. Well, somebody might only sell $2. Immediately when you sell something, your earnings is $2, your account fee for that month, for that standard account tier, is 50%. That means they're taking $1 for that $2. Now, if you make, obviously, at the end of that earning bracket is the $2.99. So let's say your earnings were $2.99. You're still in that bracket, so you're still, paying $1, but that turns out to be 33%. And by the way, this is the number here that they're coming up with. This is me putting the percentage to see what the percentage was. I wanted to see what the percentage for each section was, but this is what they put out. They only put out the earning brackets and the fee that it cost. Anywhere between there, it's $1. But I wanted to see if you were at the end of the bracket, of that earning bracket, what it actually is in percentage, and it's 33%, 50% at the lowest. So, all right. Now, having said that, as we move through here, I'm gonna scroll out for a moment just because now I can show you the rest of this. As we move through here, come on. I think it's I think it's 30. Let me change this to 130%. Okay, there we go. As we move here, I put significance as far as when you get to certain earning brackets. Like here's this. All right, this is all the way. It goes 2 to 299, 3 to 399, 4 to 499, and so forth. It follows that same rule all the way to 1999. And as you notice, the fluctuation of the percentage changes. Now, obviously, the amount increases, the fee increases, but your percentage is anywhere between the lowest is 33% to the highest being 50%, and everything in between. And it fluctuates a great deal. There is no set percentage. It's just based on this is how much they decided to charge, probably based on cost, who knows. So when you get to 20%, so when you get to $20 earnings, so if you make $20 at the end of the month, and that's your earnings, you're paying 46%. So notice that from $2 to $20, you went down from 50% to 46%. You're still paying $9.20. So it's almost 50%. And it follows the same rule. Again, it goes 37, 40, 45, 37. Let's go back up here, 44, 38, 43, 38. So it keeps fluctuating as you get higher. And by the way, now the brackets are changing to be like a $5 thing. So it's 30 to 34.99, 35 to 39.99, and so forth. So it keeps going across the board. It doesn't make another change or difference, as you notice, until you get to $50. Then it's 44%. You get down here, you get to $100 bracket earnings. It goes down to 34%. And you notice it starts going down. Still fluctuates in between, But the more money you make, and I think this is where it starts getting better. At $149, you start making 23, you start paying 23%. And from that point forward is where it starts making a little more sense. But here's the thing, like look down at 500. This was the base of what they put down. I put in the rest because I wanted to see what it was beyond $500. If you earn $500, your highest max amount that you'll ever pay on an accounting fee for the month is $92. That turns out to be 18% of that $500. That's not bad. 18% is really comfortable. But here's the problem. According to a couple of YouTubers, and one in specific that I was watching, he says it's very rare, and he's been on Redbubble for a long time. He's got multiple shops on there, and he says that it's very rare for anyone to hit $500 in earnings on Redbubble. So I don't, maybe there's somebody out there that does hit 500 all the time or more, but regardless, the highest amount you'll pay is $92 in fee. So anything, if you happen to earn anything above $500 a month, then yeah, this is great because of the fact that it goes down from 18%. If you hit 1,000, it's 9%. Unrealistic numbers, but okay. But it's only 92. Now, here's what a problem that I have with this. So let's look at these little charts over here. I'm going to move this to the side so you can see this. Wrong place. Come on. All right, you can see it from here. Perfect. Sorry, I'm just changing something around for a second. All right, let's do this top one first. Here's what's important. This squiggly orange line is the percentage, right? Okay. That's the percentage you end up paying. You start at 50% as you make $2. As you increase in your earnings, the lowest it goes down up to 20 is about, what is that there? It says 37%. Okay, so basically you're paying anywhere between 37% to 50% in fees if you're making $25 of earnings or under. That's tough because of the fact that most people starting out, like me, for example, that is not making any sales right now, but that's okay. But most people that are starting out and are selling low are not making a lot of earning potential at the end of the month. So they're making a low amount. So if they're making $25 or less, they're paying a huge accounting fee. This starts May 1st. And so it's like, man, I'm busting my ass doing this and I'm paying almost, anywhere between 40 to 50% of freaking accounting fees at the end. Not to mention that at the end of the year, you also have to report taxes. So you're paying another 20% off of that, maybe something like that, depending on the bracket you're in. So that kind of sucks. So it's only when you start looking at $30 to $1,000 as far as earnings. And this is where it makes the biggest change. Like I said, when you hit $149 in earnings a month, that's where it drops down to 23% in accounting fees. And that's where it starts to make a little bit more sense. Like, okay, but notice as it'll go back up and it'll go back down. It'll go back up, go down, and so forth. But the trend goes downward. The more money you make beyond 150 or 149, whatever, the less you're going to be paying. Now, remember, once you hit 500, anything beyond that doesn't matter. It always stays at $92, which is basically 18% of 500 as an accounting fee. It kind of sucks for me looking at this because I'm like, this really hurts the people starting out. And that's where I see it. Now, having said that, I know the reason that this has happened is because of the fact that there is an influx in number of people now opening up accounts of Redbubble and selling. And this is directly related to AI and to AI generated art. It is a lot easier, including myself, I do it, I admit it, to create art through AI and be able to create designs edit them in Photoshop, whatever, fix them up, and then post them up to sell. And so because of how easy that is now, there's a lot more people selling. And guess what? It costs nothing, like I said, to put this up. So they realize that they're now having to maintain and actually, if those people do sell anything, they have to take care of printing that material and shipping that material and so forth. And that takes man hours. And so that's where these fees come in. Now, if you are somebody that's already doing well and is in the premium or in the pro, because for whatever reason, there's a small percentage that are, they're like, you guys are already making us money, so we don't need to charge you anymore. But these people that are not making a lot of money and starting off and just taking up our time, they need to pay something. And that's really where it comes down to it. It's also like Brink says, data storage fees and things like that. It's definitely increasing. There's a lot more data on here, and there's data on here, and there's people like with stores that things don't sell. I'm one of them. Right now, I don't have anything selling. It's okay. I just started out 2 weeks ago. But the point being is they have to make this money somewhere. My problem, and my biggest problem with this, is that it is an erratic percentage across the board. It's crazy. It just fluctuates way too much. Now they should have made it, and I know it's like it's just a flat fee. I want to know how they came up with this flat fee for all these different earning brackets. It makes no sense to me. Like, how did they determine this? I'm sure they have a way that they did, but it would have been better if it would have been just a flat percentage across the board. Like, there are other places that do the same type of stuff, like they print and they ship your stuff, and they only charge 15%. There's others that charge like 20 or 25. But the point being is, like, it would have been better regardless of earning, maybe a bigger bracket. Maybe from earning $2 to earning $50, it's a specific percentage. Maybe from $50 to $300 or to $200, it's a different percentage. And then from $300 to $500 and beyond, a different percentage or something like that. But the point being is, the way that it bounces between 50% to 36% and just keeps going back and forth, it does not increasingly go down. It just continues to go down, goes up, goes down, goes up. That's not a great way to do it. It makes no sense. It's almost like, holy crap, if I want to pay 40%, I need to make sure I make this much earnings. But if I want to pay 33%, I need to make this much earning. You know, it's crazy. So it would have been better if it was just across the board, 20%, 25%, 50, whatever. I don't know. That's just me. I want to know what you guys think about this. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back. I'm being handed a French toast on a Hawaiian roll. This is it. My daughter just made this. She has no idea how to make French toast, but she followed a YouTube recipe like I've been watching. And yeah, let's see. She thinks it's burnt. I don't think it's burnt. She doesn't know if it's raw or not. She's asking me. Let me look at the inside does get soggy though. I think the inside's soggy because of the Hawaiian roll, she says. So the outside looks great. So I'm gonna give her that. I'm gonna cut it in the middle so I can see the. I'm sorry, the outside looks great. Let's see the inside. So I'm gonna open it up and see if it's any moisture inside. It looks good. It smells great. Okay, so she did a good job because the inside is not soggy. Let's let that. So that's not soggy. That actually looks good. Talking about something else right now. Oh, I see. Yeah, it is the one. Holy crap, this is really good. Yeah, that's good. Hold on. Oh my God, that's good. Oh man. Very good. This is definitely the year, no idea, because earlier I said I was gonna hit 100 push-ups by the end of the year straight, and also 100 sit-ups straight by the end of the year. This is I don't even think I could do that. This is the year. That's delicious.
Rating
Good
out
job.
of 10?
It's not as sweet as it could have been. I'm gonna give it. I'm gonna give it 8.5. It's good though. It's really good. The only thing that would push it to a 9.5 would have been the powdered sugar, or maybe some cinnamon and nutmeg in the mix. You need more cinnamon. Good job though. It looks amazing. That was good. She showed me that last night. I'm surprised she actually did it this morning. I'm a hard critic. I make food every day, so I have a very good palate. You seen those on Instagram using Hawaiian? Those we buy those by the bulk load. I mean, that's what my kids love to eat their sandwiches on. They take them to school, so we always have those here. I used to make a baked French toast with blueberries and raspberries. You put it in a pan and you throw it in the oven. It's really good. All right, so let me see what you guys think about this. Okay, so they're probably making us pay their data storage fees. Probably. That's fine. That makes sense. I'm fine with the fees, more deductions. Well, damn, I get it, and it's true. Like, you definitely will do deductions, but especially when they say, you know, when you have to report your earnings, you have to report your earnings, not what you got, because then you have to do the deduction of these were my earnings, but this was my expense for doing business, and then you put these are the fees I had to pay. So you'll get that as a deduction. Absolutely. But the fees are way too high. I think the fees are way too high. I'm wondering now. No powdered sugar, blasphemy. I know, right? I thought powdered sugar was a staple on French toast. It is, but we don't have any. Hey, simmer down. So I guess the question is, and some YouTuber actually asked his community to polled his community to see how many of them would leave Redbubble altogether and which ones to stay. And he had about, out of his, they were like 30. It was like 30%, 30%, 30%, something like that. It was like in thirds of like a little over 30%, 38% maybe of his audience said that they would close their accounts. Another said that they would just leave it active, probably not use it, but leave it active. And then another one says, I don't have one. So I think for me, I would leave my account as it is because it's not costing me anything to put it up. It's not costing me anything at this time, and it's not like I'm making sales, and it's a great practice run for me to actually work with making designs and how they look on products. But in the long run, if these fees become the standard and they don't change, because I'm hoping that they change. There's a feedback website where I actually put feedback, and it said a lot of the stuff that I said now, which is kind of a little erratic. It's indirectly hurt some people that are starting out. I understand though, because they're basically, their bottom line is directly affected or directly impacted by the people that are actually selling and making a larger earnings. However, at the same time, you know, it would have been better if it was not so erratic and so difficult, like 50% almost at the beginning. So if there was some way of putting a standard flat percentage across the board, that would have been much better. But who knows? Who knows? By the way, the according to what I understand, the premium and the pro tier do not pay any accounting fees. No. So, anyways, that's the thing. Yeah, it would have been good. Throw a cut strawberry on there. Definitely needed fruit. I'm sure she served her plate with fruit. She didn't give me any fruit on mine. We always have strawberries, blueberries, and strawberries in this house, and bananas. Those are staples in this house. What about a low percentage at the start, high in the mid, and medium to low at the high? That's interesting. High in the middle or higher in the middle? Hmm. I would like to see a low percentage on the on the lower amount. Anybody under $25 earnings, it should be a lower percentage. Mid, kind of questionable about that one. I don't know. We'd have to see. I mean, I think the people that are making 500, I think for them to pay more, like if let's say you make 500 and it's like 50% and you're paying 250 for the 500 you made, I think that's ridiculous. I like that they capped it off at $92, which is basically, like I said, 18%. That makes more sense. And in fact, I honestly think that 18% across the board, or like 18 to 25% across the board, depending on earning bracket, whatever, would be okay. I think once you get into 30%, 35% and above, that's a lot of money, man. That's like a third of your what you made. So that's how it is. I thought that would be interesting. But what are the options? So I guess here's where it comes down to. It's like where do you go then? Now, what are other options to do a print on demand? Now there are a couple, but for every other one that you see out there, you actually have to have a store. You have to do a shop. Like, for example, here's a good example. I'd have to do a Shopify account. Can I do Shopify here? Let me see. Okay, so I'd have to do Shopify. And I'll look at pricing for Shopify. Let me bring this up. So I'd have to do Shopify for the store. Shopify does not create the product for you or deliver it. It's just the store. And so if I do that, it's already costing me $39, at least $39 a month. Now they do have a credit card rate. I don't know what this is, but okay. But this basically does your checkout and all that. So for using credit card rates, so it's 2.9% plus 30 cents for online. In person, I'm not doing in person. So they are charging fees for, let me make this a little bit bigger. They are charging you fees for using credit cards. Okay. And what's included in the basic? Basic reports, up to 1,000 inventory locations, up to 77% shipping discounts, 2 staff accounts. But here's the thing, like, you got a premium tier, no fees. Woohoo! Good job, man. Good for you. You see, there's only a select few that got that, so that's really great. That's because of the fact that you have a trendy site. Good for you, man. And obviously you got sales, but yes, that is great, brand. Teespring is another site like Redbubble, but the only other one I know that is an actual store. Yeah. So I don't know. I think somebody's gonna have to tell me. This is not a print on demand solution, Shopify. I'm pretty sure Shopify is only the store. Everything you need to create your store, ship products, and process payments. That's all it is. It doesn't handle the actual product itself. So, yeah. Yes, as a premium, you also get access to do licensed fan art. So you can actually do licensed fan art. But how does a licensed fan art work? Don't you have to have a license from the type of fan art that you want to do? Like, you actually have to have specific don't you have to have specific approval for that, or can you just do it just because you can do licensed fan art? That's a good question to cover, because I was confused on that. While you answer that, I'm going to continue this thing. So I would have to get this, so it's $39 a month there, and then on top of that, then if I needed, like, let's say Printify is a solution for actually having your stuff printed and works in conjunction with Shopify. And here they have a free account. It says for merchants starting a business. This is great. And actually I thought of doing this. And it says 5 stores per account, 5 unlimited products designs. Oh, I'm sorry, unlimited product designs. And then you get a mock-up generator, integration with Shopify, Etsy, eBay, or more. manual order creation, 24/7 merchant support, self-serve help center, custom order import. I get all that, but here's the only problem with this. You're going to have to do your own marketing because it's not like it's being put in a marketplace. So you have to do your own marketing for this one. So between doing a Printify and Spotify, a Shopify shop together as a solution, I'd be paying $39 a month or $1 for the first month, and then having to do my own marketing. This is where it gets, now it's a little more difficult. Now, if I decide to do Etsy, and Etsy also works with Printify. So if I do Printify and Etsy has a marketplace that you can actually post your things. So it does a little bit better. The only problem with Etsy, and it's not really a problem, but the cost, let's go down here to the bottom, and it says sell on Etsy. And I'm going to go here to fees. Here's the fees. So for Etsy, you are paying 20 cents listing fee, and the listing is active for 4 months or until they sell. The only thing I don't understand about this is, what if it's something that you have like unlimited amounts of? So it stays up for 4 months for 20 cents. That's not bad. And then on top of that, when somebody does buy something, you're going to be paying 6.5% transaction fee and also a processing fee of 3%. So for every $100, I figured that out. I think it's like $10 total for both these. So for every $100, you're paying like $10. About. It's not terrible. But charges listing and transaction fees. Yeah, they're right here. And then on top of that, you can also opt into doing 15%. Oh, this is if they do ads for you. But if somebody buys from those ads, then you're paying on top of that at 15%. Yeah. So it's this part is not bad. This part, I guess you're giving them 15% because of the fact you'd be giving them 15% on top of this in order, because of the fact that somebody got it from one of the ads that they created, because they make a bunch of free ads, but they're technically not free. So there is, okay, so it's a little bit, I think it's a little bit, I can live with this more than I can with a 35% to 40%, taken away all the time. 24% is not gross. Exactly. Wait, 24.5% is gross. It's not terrible. But again, how often do you think you're going to be in those ads, or that people are going to buy off of the ads? All I see when doing all these is definitely more marketing and stuff like that. But this takes a little bit more learning. Like, this isn't as easy. I got to be honest. Like, this is not as easy for me. Like, I really have to take the time to learn how to use these products and make sure that I'm, setting up the things properly, making sure everything's taken care of right. It's a little bit more of a process. But you know what? It's not something that you're saying, forget it, I want to do it. I mean, business is hard regardless of what you do. So I am really going to look into this. Now, there are a couple of other ones that are just t-shirt specific. Like Teespring, which is now called Spring, I believe. That's what I was being told. I think there's another one called Spreadshirt, I think it is. And they all cost money. So something to look at. All right, let me see. What were you saying? Okay, so based on the licensing stuff, the licensed fan art, Redbubble carries the license. You have to submit the artwork for review. If they approve it, you're good to go. Nice, man. Good for you. So you can do some Baby Yoda stuff. You have to renew the Etsy listing every 4 months. Yeah, okay. Printify and Printful, you have to pay them for their products and printing first when you get paid, when you get paid back later with your profits from the sale. So it has overhead expenses as well. Oh, so it's not so they're not buying directly through them. Somebody's buying it from you. You're paying to have it printed, and then when you ship it, collect the money from the person paying it. That's when you make your money. So it's not like they're getting paid, they're ordering from them, so they get paid, they print, you get your percentage. Yeah. So what happens if the person cancels the order? Like if they say, "Nah, I changed my mind," and you've already paid for the product. I wonder. Threadless is a pretty good platform too. Teespring and TeePublic. Let me just take a look at those real quick. By the way, I have an announcement about changes to the stream in a moment. Got to do that. Got to talk about that real quick. Wait, what am I writing? Threadless. Okay, Threadless. Alt is $15. Create hundreds of prints on demand, apparel, blah, 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 make your artist shop unique. Set your prices, have your art shop featured in the Threadless marketplace, save money on your own products, get access to customer contact. We handle the inventory, manufacturing, shipping, and customer care. Our world-class hosting and checkout experiences by Threadless. Sell to anyone in the world or create products just for you. Completely free to sign up for and use with no minimums. Wait, so this is free? So with Printify or Printful, you get an order on your Etsy or Shopify store. It goes to Printify, they charge you their costs, and they print and ship. You get your money from your transaction through Shopify. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. So you're paying when they place the order on Etsy or wherever, you're paying that transaction. You're paying to have it printed by Printful, and then once it's completed, Shopify pays you your money. Got it. Or you're keeping tracking money through there. Okay, cool. So then you don't lose any money on the customer service. This looks pretty interesting. So this costs nothing. How artist shops work. Upload your designs, choose from hundreds of products, and add to your store. Start selling today. Spread the word and collect your cash. One size does not fit all. We believe your artist should be a seamless extension of your brand. And so you can actually set up your store any way you want. That's pretty cool. I need to work on that. Sell your art on thousands of products. Okay, so a bunch of t-shirts, art, which is important, and I like all this. That's actually good. How much money can I make? Okay, let's see. So this makes a huge deal right here. So I was looking at this for in regards to what you pay and stuff. So in Redbubble, you really don't make a lot. Like I think in Redbubble, for a t-shirt, I would make about $3 or $4. I'd say about $4. But if I did the same t-shirt for the same price on my Stream Elements store, for Stream, my merch, I would make about $6. So I make $2 more doing it on my Stream Elements shop than I would at Redbubble. Right? Except that in my Stream shop, there's no marketing. So I'd have to be like, hey guys, check out my store. Go check it out. Here's the link. I'd have to be marketing it and putting it in and doing all that crazy stuff. Let's see. Threadless is very art centric too, not as much random crap on that site. Okay, so that's pretty cool. I mean, look at this right here. T-shirts, you can make a $10 profit because it costs $17.50 for the production cost. Example of price would be $27.50. You know, even if you sell them for 25, you're still making, you know, $8. That's not bad. And Redbubble pays well compared to Redbubble pays well compared to a lot of others. Really? Not anymore. Not based on the fees. I mean, for somebody that doesn't pay fees, it'd be fine. Long sleeve t-shirts. Well, this looks like it pays. This looks like it pays more. 18 by 24, $43. That's the other thing. Like some of the stuff, the cost is less here to make. I'll have to see what it actually is. These are just examples, but we'll have to see because some of these things, like 18 by 24, $29 is the cost of this. And you're selling it, example sell for $43. Yeah, I'd have to look. I'd have to look at this, but it looks so. Hey, if I can do it and it costs me nothing to do, I'll set it up. What was the other one? Let's see. You said the threadless and T Public. I'm going to leave this one open. I'm going to take a look at that later. tpublic.com. I hope so. So there's a designer sign up. Does it cost anything? Product types. Okay. Paying artists here. Okay, so it's that's t-shirts about $4. On sale prices, you're in $2. So yeah, this is about the same thing as Redbubble, I think. So there's a bunch of different ones. So I'd have to look at this. I'm going to compare them later on and kind of make a decision on these. What was the last one? I think it was. Sorry, I can't remember. Teespring. Isn't it called Spring now? Let me see. Oh, it's still Teespring. Okay. Well, it's run by a company called Spring. Okay, got it. Now let's see. This is the other one. I want to see, why don't they show like prices? I want to know prices. Teespring, start creating. Okay, I'd have to log in. All right, I'm going to have to check all the out. So I'm going to check these three out. Because if I don't do one that actually does all the printing and stuff, then I'll have to create a store and get Shopify and do all that fun stuff. And that's going to be a bit of a hassle for me to start off with. Now, on the other side, I'm trying to see if I can get Amazon merch on demand. That would be good. We'll have to see that. Good information. Thanks, Brink. Okay, so let's talk about some news, some changes. I want to know what you guys think about this. So I've been thinking about this for a while, and I was trying to figure out how to separate the content on this on stream, because I'm coming across two things. I know some people are just interested in gaming. Only when I play games is when people are here. There's some people like that. If I'm not playing games and I'm just chatting, there are certain people that like enjoy that part of it. But when we do just chatting, Scum Dev update. Okay, we'll look at it in a moment. When we do the just chatting, our subjects are broad. They're not just about gaming. They're not just about gaming world, gaming reviews, or just gaming. They're not. Like when we do just chatting, as you can tell today, we kind of talk about a lot of different things because it's kind of like exactly what it's called. It's called coffee chat, which basically means it's getting together with a couple of friends over coffee and just having a conversation. And we talk about whatever's on our minds. And for me, sometimes it's like what I see in the news. I stay away from politics, stay away from religion for the most part. But it's like entertainment news or just ideas or something I thought was interesting. Maybe sometimes it's science related. It could be AI related because that seems to be the biggest, heaviest topic right now for me, and that I've been, seeing everywhere. So there's a lot of different things. Then we'll like look at stuff like Redbubble. We'll look at graphic design. We'll maybe do a couple of AI design stuff. So it could be anything. When we do just chatting, it's just about anything that's aside from gaming. But then there's a whole other side that when we're done doing this, then we're like, all right, let's play a game. And then we do gameplay, whatever game it is that we happen to be on. And some people, for the most part, it's Twitch. People want to see gameplay. That's why they're here. A lot of people don't come in here for the talk, unless you're like a booby streamer, hot tub streamer, or like really IRL going around doing things and doing cooking, which I do too. I do that sometimes. So I get it. It's a little different. So I thought about, what if I separated my channel? What if I kept this channel, Nordwolf Live, for the just chatting variety streaming? And this is about everything under the sun. And we have conversations, we do games, sometimes we'll do cooking, we'll build a birdhouse, which I still have to do. I've got the nails, I just bought them. I might be doing that tomorrow. So doing things. It's a variety stream. So we keep Nordwolf Live to be that. We could even do, like, since we've been trying to do the podcast, we can do that. We can have guests on. We can have conversations with not just our community, but maybe other people. So that's what we'll continue to do here. And then have a whole nother stream account, which I've already created, that is only about gameplay. So that would be the one where it's very little of this, very little chat, like no big screen and stopping and just sitting here and talking about blah, blah, blah forever. It would just be getting into the game, playing the game, and that's what that one is. No frills, no big giant scene changes or anything like that, just gameplay. And it would be whatever games we are choosing to play that week. And that's what it would be. I could do 2 streams a day. That's not a big deal. Like, I can do a morning talk stream and then just do this and then be like, all right, we're gonna end this one, coffee chat, and then we'll be back on this afternoon stream or within the hour or whatever, or immediately after, and start the game stream. But it would be 2 separate streams and it would be 2 separate channels. So that's what I'm thinking of doing. I just set up the new gaming stream account on Twitch, and it's called Nordwolf Games. That's all it's called, Nordwolf Games. This one stays Nordwolf Live. The other one stays Nordwolf Games. Now, I'm not doing anything yet on Nordwolf Games until I iron this all out and kind of separate the things and give people warning enough. So it will be, some days I might not be on this one. I'll be on the other one. Or I'll be, like I said, in the morning on one and then the afternoon on the other. Excuse me. Got something in my throat. It's that French toast you gave me. So that's kind of my thought on it. I think I just need to separate content, because I just think that there is I definitely noticed that there's a difference when I do a just chatting stream and when I do a game stream. And I get it. It's just different. And some people are into one more than the other. And here's the other thing. If I separate it this way, I can do anything I want on this one. And that includes stuff that you might not enjoy, like AI stuff. I can sit here and play with AI all day, which I was about to show you some stuff that I learned and somebody perfected. And so I could do that. I can do a stream about that. I don't have to worry about, oh, I got to play a game because people are going to be upset. I'm like, no, you want the game stream? It's that one's at X time, on the other channel. Now, I could be shooting myself in the foot and be like, nobody's going to like this one. Everybody's only going to like the other one. Maybe. Who knows? In fact, I wonder, give me 1 second. Okay, it just says offline. So I'm just trying to check. There's a way that I can set it up so that regardless of where I'm streaming, it should be showing my my current stream on this one over there as well, and vice versa. So technically nobody would lose anything. Yeah, I still have to set on OBS. Anyways, I'd love to hear your thoughts on that. Separating the stream to be on two different stream channels, one for gaming and one for just chatting, which would be the variety streaming one, which I enjoy doing. And just to keep the gaming one separate for those people that are just interested in the gaming and don't want to hear all the blah, blah, blah. Some people are like that. Some people don't really care about having conversations or anything. They just want to watch gameplay. And they enjoy seeing me die a lot in the games, which I do quite often. So I think that's what it's going to be. I'll probably start that this week, by the way. I'll give you notice in Discord. And it'll still be the same Discord. It'll still be the same Instagram. You know, I'm still doing, like, I'm keeping everything the same. The only difference is here on Twitch, I'm separating games from the live. And that's it. I don't care. I follow both. I'm here for you, man, and to support. I appreciate that, man. Love you, brother. That's great. So that's what we're going to do. All right, so let me show you a couple of these things real quick. And I actually am going to play Division 2 today. So let me show you this AI stuff real quick, because I got to give first credit to this kid. So as you guys know, for the longest time, I've been trying to work on a Mid-Journey or Stable Diffusion prompting generator through ChatGPT. And there have been several people that have tried doing this. And for the most part, it's worked. But as I mentioned last time that we had this conversation, it was giving me very long prompts, like very detailed, like kind of like a photography studio setup instead of just concise information. And this kid who runs an AI Wealth YouTube page or YouTube channel, I saw this video the other day. I'm not subscribed to him. I just happened to come across it. He does pretty good for himself. He has 11.5 thousand subscribers. So his name is it's AI Wealth. And so he did a Chat GPT 4 plus Mid-Journey V5 hyper realistic photos in seconds. And what he did was he created this item here. By the way, I'm gonna put this all on the front screen here. He created this document here, which is very similar to what the other people are doing. I think the examples are a little bit different, a little bit better. And he feeds all this into ChatGPT with all the information on how to create Mid-Journey prompts. And the examples are very good. The examples are very short and concise, and it has all the information parameters that it needs. So I think this is what makes the difference. And then at the end, he writes, I'm just going to read this out loud for just a couple of them. It says, now that you have a full understanding of Mid-Journey with example prompts, I want you to act like a professional photographer and use descriptive and detailed information when you are describing your photo prompts, including your camera setup as well. You can take inspiration from the prompts above, and you can make these prompts longer or shorter if necessary in order to generate the perfect prompt. And it says, are you ready to prompt? And basically just answer yes and nothing else. So you feed this whole thing into it. And I've done these types of tests before that, like I said, other people have put things out there. But this kid, I think, has actually mastered it, at least for photos, because here's my test of it. So I went through, I know I have to make this bigger. I'm sorry. It's not going to work. So I went through and just tried it. By the way, this is the one I always test everything on. As you can tell, there's like stuff on the left here that I constantly test. So here, we fed him this entire thing just like he put it out there. And immediately you get to the end, and this is where you say, generate a prompt for a hyper-realistic portrait of a female outlaw. And that's what I wanted to see. Now, lately, I've been doing a lot of females because of the fact that that's kind of what I'm posting on my my new Instagram, Nordwolf_AI. And that's kind of the subjects that I'm using, but I'm using them as kind of storytelling. And I was looking for different types of female characters. In this case, it was an outlaw just to test it out. And it gave this really good little prompt here. Now, what's great about this is the fact that it's very short. It's to the point. It's got the lens, the f-stops. It explains it. Shallow depth of field, gritty texture, desaturated color palette, and at the end of it, it has the mid-journey parameters such as the aspect ratio, the version 5, and quality of 2, and so forth. So it's does a great job. Now, I ran through this a couple of times, and each time giving it something different, it would provide me with a very good prompt to try out. Then I got smart because I don't know if you know this, but when you run ChatGPT 4 and you're paying the $20 a month or whatever, you only have within every 3 hours, you can only do 25 prompts or messages to ChatGPT 4. And it tells you that at the bottom. So what I do is I say, you know what? Let's generate all of these. And I say, so give me a subject for all of these. And so then I make it do each one individually. So there it goes. So it gave me all of those all in one prompt. And then I said, let me do it again because it missed a couple of them. So it did all of these. And they work really well. And we can test some of these in a moment. But the point being is, this kid, I think, got it right. I'm trying to see if I wanted to show you his examples real quick. So after he fed it, just like I showed you, I kind of like skimmed through this so we don't have to watch the whole thing. He does, I'm going to go through here. He does a realistic pirate. Perfect. So he gets the prompt to do it. Let me go right here. And this is where he starts.
So I want a hyper-realistic portrait of a pirate. And when I send this off, what you're going to notice is ChatGPT 4 does such a good job at generating an awesome prompt for you, so you don't have to do that in Midjourney. So I'm going to send this off. We're going to wait it out, and it's going to generate this prompt. As you can see, it's typing already hyper-realistic portrait of a pirate. And then it's going to give some adjectives here.
So there it is. It's creating a prompt for me, and it's kind of slow. I don't know why his is much slower than mine, because mine's a lot quicker. So he takes his prompt and he puts it into Midjourney, and he goes from there.
Just like that, the AI.
So if you know, Midjourney basically runs off of Discord. And one of the things you have to be careful for is there's certain words that are banned. Now, if you look online, you can do like banned words on Midjourney, and it'll give you, there's a list somewhere that people have been keeping track of, and it tells you what words are actually banned and are not allowed. Basically, they're trying to discourage people from doing adult-related things, like, porn stuff. So there's certain words that, violence, porn, the thing that's kind of like creepy, and there's no reason why you should be generating stuff like that. So they kind of, they took those things out. But if you want to do stuff like that, install Stable Diffusion on your local machine, and you can generate whatever the hell you want. That's how it is. But a Midjourney, because it's more public and it's out there for everybody else to see, they're kind of like putting a little bit of guidelines on this. So anyway, so he runs through this, and let me show you what comes out from his prompt. I'm just going to let you see it. We don't have to listen to the whole discussion, but it is really detailed. I mean, really detailed, very well done. And here's the proof that, I hate to say it this way because I keep saying this, Midjourney is almost dummy proof. But what's great about this is that I take this same prompt and I use it in Stable Diffusion, and it gives me, like, I get to kind of tweak it a little bit, and I can get a really good image out of it. It's not Midjourney images, but very close.
He's got cuts on his skin. There's wrinkles from his age. And the thing that baffles my mind the most is that these are not real people,
That's the thing. So here's a quick conversation on that. I was wondering about this. I don't know if you guys have thought about this, but I had this conversation with my wife yesterday. We were driving and we were just talking, and we were talking about AI and creating, and like we create a lot of women, and I also follow a couple of guys that all they do is women models for AI generation, and they do a really good job. And there's some amazing images they come out with that look like real women. Like, I'm telling you, like, and they're not bad pictures. I mean, they're clothed. They're not like naked or anything. Don't get me wrong. But I'm just saying they do such a good job that you have to look twice and be like, is that a real person or is that AI? And that's how good they are. And so I asked my wife, first we had the conversation of what is the definition of porn? And so we were talking about that, and thank goodness I'm still in the mature audience. And basically, what I say, and everybody has a different opinion on this, obviously, but nudity is not porn. Nudity is completely separate from that. Porn is the act, is the sexual act between two people or one person that's doing something sexual. That's different. That's what porn is. But when you're talking about somebody, a nude person or a person that's naked, that's not doing anything sexual, that is not porn. Okay, that's just nudity. And there's a difference. And so I asked her this question was because sometimes there's certain prompts that I run through my Stable Diffusion that depending on which checkpoint trigger I'm using or which model I'm using, it may give me a topless image. Like the image will be of a woman, and then that woman will be like way too sexy, and so she'll come out topless. And I'm just like, well, okay, didn't need that, whatever. And so, and obviously that's not the image I'm going for. So I'm like, I tweak it so that it doesn't do it. Sometimes you even have to put in the negative prompt, you have to make sure you put NSFW so that you make sure that you don't get images that are not safe for work. So there's ways around it, but sometimes you forget to do that and you think it's not going to come out. But there's certain models that were trained with nudity, so they will come out with some topless pictures. Not sexually related, just topless. And so I asked my wife, I told my wife that, I said, the reason I ask you that is because a couple of times if I'm up at night and I'm working on AI and I said to myself this the other night because one of them came up and it was topless. And I said, man, if my wife walks in the middle of the night and I'm over here working on AI and I have a topless picture up here, she's going to think I'm looking at porn. And she's like, no, I wouldn't think that because I know it's not, it's just an image you're creating. It's not like it's a real person. And I said, that's the thing, that it's not a real person. And that's the crazy stuff about it, that if you can wrap your head around it, that the person that you're looking at in this AI generated arts creation image, whatever, is not real, but they look like a real person. And she's like, well, I'm sure it's somebody somewhere. I'm like, it's not, because it takes different features from different things and puts them together. And it's almost, I would say, and this is my shallow belief on it, I would say that it's almost impossible that it is actually accurately a real person in real life anywhere. So that's where I said to her, so looking at a picture of an AI generated woman, you can't get jealous about that. It's not a real person. So that's kind of, we were laughing about that. That became the funny conversation because it's not, but it's really weird and hard to wrap your head around that you're staring at an image that is like in this, look at these guys right here. These guys don't exist. They look real as hell, but they don't exist. But it's like in the video games, a lot of the CGI that's created, it's not real people, even though they are made out of real people for the actors, but they're not real. They don't exist. So odd to wrap your head around that. All right, hold on a second. Let me finish this up. So I'm going to show you a couple of others. So he was running through a couple of different prompts, and I'll show you a couple of other things he created off of these AI generated prompts. And here's another one. I'll make this a little bigger. He did something to do with the a night at the Gatsby. It's just kind of like an old style party here. So it looks like real people there. There's another one he did that was related to kind of like old school 50s leather jacket, old cars, things like that. Looks like a real person again. And these were all generated from ChatGPT's prompt that he created. Let's see, here's another one. I think one here is actually really good. Okay, these are the car ones. Now, I did a car like this the other day, but I did actually like a Lamborghini looking kind of car, and it was pretty cool. But again, did not come up with it himself. AI generated this one. It generated the prompt. And let me see, there's another one he did here. This one's really good. The Panther one. Look at this. Crazy. Now, again, he ran his script on ChatGPT, and this is the random prompt that it gave him, and it comes out freaking flawless. It's just nuts how that works. But kudos to this guy. Again, his name was AI Wealth on YouTube. And he has I'll actually just link his video in case you're interested in seeing this. And like I said, he has the whole script there. You just have to like subscribe to his newsletter or something, or his, you know, just give him your email, and then you can download his the little script to do. It's not bad. You can always unsubscribe if you don't want to keep receiving stuff. Let me see if I can get his this is it here. So good stuff. All right, so I was going to show you one other thing before I continue. So I was curious about doing. See if this goes to the right place. I was curious about doing emotes on AI, if that's even possible. And it seems that it is. I don't know why I always get knocked off of. I can't do like Midjourney on midjourney.com. I have to authorize my Discord again, and then finally it goes in. And one of the things, see if I can go to explore. Great about Midjourney is that I don't have to worry about them coming, like weird stuff coming up, because they don't do any nudity, so that's good. Okay. So here's one of the great things about you know that Midjourney is run through Discord. That's where you do all your generation. You can set up your own private Discord server if you're a paid member, which is the only way you can use it now, and therefore you can generate in the privacy of your own Discord server. But you can also look at all your feed and the community feed and everything through their midjourney.com, and you log into there through your Discord and whatnot. And I like looking at the Explore. And the reason I do this, first of all, this is pretty cool. This is really good. Now, I don't know what the hell is going on here, but these are, I think these are all prompts. That's crazy. What's up, Fat Cat? Either way, look at that. That's pretty cool. Anyhow, so what's cool about this this feature here, the community feed, is that if you had an idea but you weren't sure how to do it, like for example the Twitch emotes, I'm like, is that even possible? So if you go here and you write Twitch emotes and you press enter, then it shows you how other people have done Twitch emotes. Now these are obviously horrible, so you can change this up like collection Twitch emote, and so you'll start getting other ones. But you can also do collection of emotes. It doesn't have to be Twitch, and then you get these other ones. And so you can see that people have been generating them, and you get kind of an idea of how they're doing it. And for the most part, if you look at their, this has been something that people have not explored very well, but if you look at their prompting, it's very simple. Panda YouTube emote sheet. And you look at these bottom ones, they're very simple. Now there's a different way of doing the smiling dude. I know. I am new. No, you're not. So there's different ways of doing this. Now I did find, oh, this is weird. Whenever it goes to this, I thought this was creepy as hell. Like, who would do that? Oof. Okay, anyways. I do find that if you do like sticker of wolf, the stickers actually work better for emotes than writing just emote. And if I did this cute wolf, that gives me some other ones. I'm just giving you examples. So I went through this yesterday and I did a couple of emotes based on just trial and error, just to test a couple of things out. And if you look on your, well, for you guys that are subscribers, for you guys that are not, let me just put them in the chat. Now they're very small, and this is where I'll have to work on it. So this was my first run at testing these out. I'm going to go ahead and post them into the, I'll put them all in. Am I missing any? There's a salty. I think that's all of them. Okay. So I put these new emotes in. And they work. I mean, they're small, but they work. I mean, if you see like the first one, obviously is a little cool hoodie wolf. The second one is the the salt one, where it just, you know, I'm salty as usual, like I'm upset about the game or whatever. Then there's the Sag one. Should have called that one Mario. Then there's the got him. So I get excited. Then we have the what is this one? This is the way, which is a little Yoda character. Nord playing Hearthstone. that's perfect. There's a little Yoda character. This is the way. Then there's the Nordwolf wow. Like, wow. Can't believe I'm winning. Yeah, no. And then the last one, I realize that the writing is too small, but there's nothing I can do about that. But when he says no, 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 you got to get that from the show. If you know, you know. By the way, new expansion came out on this on Hearthstone. Really? Yeah, I've got to look at the I've got a couple of things to look at right now. I got to find where is it? The Scum update. We have a Scum dev update, and we also have a Hearthstone. Really? Hearthstone came out. I don't even have it installed anymore, man. That's crazy. So let's see if I can find Scum announcements. Here's a development update. Let's take a look at this. Took my son to see Mario Brothers movie last night. He had fun. Good movie. Nice. Did you enjoy it? I have a site you can test emotes and sub badges on if you want a link, so you don't have to upload them to Twitch first. Cool. Okay. They're so small. I mean, they're visible. Nord playing Hearthstone. I love that. So there you go. So there's new little emotes. Now I got to work on animated ones. Okay, cool. I bookmarked that. I make them in Photoshop, and then I look at them big, and then I make them smaller. It's not that difficult, but it is what it is. All right, let me take a look at this. And this is we're gonna look through here. What time is it? Shit, it's already 12 o'clock. Man. So here's the Scum update. Programmers are adjusting actors for world items. Okay, it's kind of more of the same stuff. Code review, resolving issues with the cooking rework. Okay, so they're still working on that. Working on new server settings. We knew that from last time. Bug fixes is always the case. Working on master server protocol. I don't know what that means. Working on new Sentry railgun. Oh, great. Scary. Not only does it throw grenades, it also has a railgun. Working on new Sentry AI. Oh, they're going to be smart. It was a good movie. No spoilers. No, don't tell me. Don't tell me. Does he save the princess in the end? Implementing the new Sentry animations. Okay. They're really getting ready to put that sentries in. Implemented rocket launchers functionality. Oh, we're going to get to blow up stuff now. Working on heat source system. I wonder what that is. Finished tear gas functionality. All right. Gonna be crying in the game. Working on smoking feature. I really don't care about the smoking. Well, they're gonna be smoking in the game. Improving streaming speed. Oh, okay. Level design, adjusting the new loot system, optimizations, and bug fixing. All right, that's the normal. The art team is still working on the new trailers. They're working on the new male models, which we're looking forward to that. People are going to get to play their male models instead of the female models that they're all playing right now. Working on new concept art. Working on character creation UI. That definitely needs an overhaul. So I'm looking forward to see what they're going to do with that. I wonder if they're going to add more tattoos. The princess leaves him and moves to Cleveland at the end. Damn it. No spoilers, man. I know you're being sarcastic. Food assets, mapping and texturing cruiser parts. Ugh, I hate that they're doing the motorcycle. Adjusting clothing to new male models. This is a lot from the same update from last week. Smoking animations, sounds I don't care about, quality of okay, let's see. QA and CM. Hunting and banning, yeah, ban appeal. This is all the same stuff from last week. Benchmark optimization, testing upcoming features, various bugs reports. Design team, tweaking stamina consumption. Well, that's a big deal. Okay, implemented suppressor durability drop. Huh? Okay. Adjusting weapon characteristics, adjusting item inventory sizes, and adjusting prices. That's actually probably a really good thing right here. This one is adjusting the item inventory sizes, because like you're limited to certain things. Like, first of all, you're limited to weight on some stuff, but the size of some of these items when you put them in your freaking hiking backpack, they're huge. And so it'd be great if they were smaller. So I really do like that. I also think that they need to stack a lot more items. It's funny because they don't talk about stacking at all. Like, they should be adjusting stacking. This isn't Scum, by the way. It's not that. I'm not that impressed with their update this time. Now, Hearthstone came up with a... Ooh, what the heck is this? That is definitely not Hearthstone. That's not Hearthstone. Oh, it's Blizzard.com. There we go. So Hearthstone came out with a new festival. Is it Festival of Legends? Festival of Legends. Let's see. Can I start from the beginning, please?
Welcome to Thousand Needles and the famous Festival of Legends.
My minions are harmonic despite their origin. Musicians so
Oh god, it's singing. Oh no. Bowser moves to Brooklyn and opens up a bodega. For those of you who don't know, that's a supermarket. A Spanish supermarket.
harmonic like New York is straight to win.
Why are these songs so cheesy?
I stand on 1,000 needles cut to the core, making your ears bleed. I make you want more.
No need for the organ black. You do not competition ain't hot.
We on the mountain, you in the valley. Say goodbye, here comes the finale.
The game is cheesy.
Who'll be the ones who drop our fight?
And who'll be the legends for this
Oh my god, is it all musical? No. I'm definitely not playing this.
Better believe it's gonna get rough. No place for the weak. You gotta be fine. I've had enough. I'll make you pay.
Oh my gosh. Oh. This is terrible.
You're so pathetic. You're gonna regret it. There's a place in the nether for you.
Wow, they're so excited. More like
Oh my god, that actually hurt to watch. That actually hurt me to watch that. Oh. The new cards are cool though. Yeah, but is it all music? Like it's musical now? It's like, I'm gonna kill you with my guitar. I mean, I don't know. What up, Super? You're late. We've gone through everything. We're done. What's going on, man? Hope you're doing well. The game is cheesy. It goes with the game. It's silly, fun card game. I don't know, man. I've tried getting back into it. I couldn't. I just couldn't do it. The new cards are cool though. I'll have to check them out. You know, they're out of ideas when they make Hearthstone the musical. I'm telling you, this is what I'm thinking. I'm like, they're like, okay, guys, what haven't we done? It's like, what haven't we done? What can we do? We're like, hey, you know, we did have that Tauren Rockstar before. So let's do that. Let's do a whole musical one. I think they've done just about everything right now. I'm waiting for a space one. They don't have a space one yet. It's gonna be like Star Wars meets Hearthstone. Maybe Blizzard will like unite with Disney and they'll come out with like a Star Wars. I don't know. I'm just grasping at straws here. Used to see some of the road cards are like breakdancing theme. Oh no, I can't do it, bro. It's like watching High School Musical or something. Damn long ass meeting. Sorry, man. You talk about the upcoming D4 beta? No, I have not. I was saving that for you. Let's see. Brink did send us a. The ad part is this expansion came out and the viewership on Twitch was like 12,000. I remember when they used to have like 80,000 viewers. The new expansion came out. Yeah, it's true. Yeah, we talked about there was another beta coming out last on Friday. We talked about it a little bit, but we didn't get too into it. Let me find. I'm sorry, I'm trying to find my Discord here. I know Brink posted something on our. And by the way, for you guys who are just joining in, I was just saying how I'm going to be splitting the stream into 2 Twitch accounts. Nordwolf Live will continue to be here and continue to be the main one, but this is going to be the variety stream, more for just chatting and everything under the sun. But the gameplay is going to move to Nordwolf Games. That one's going to move there, so we'll be doing that transition soon. I'm just trying to get everything set up. I already have the account, but I just want to get all behind the scenes stuff done. That way, for people that are interested in the gameplay and no chit chat, that would be where you go. And if you're interested in the chit chat and the randomness that's variety streaming, this is where you come to. So they'll both still be going on. It's just going to be different. Okay, Diablo 4. Where is it? I don't think I have it. I was in Vegas last week, so out of touch. Oh, no worries, man. How was Vegas, by the way? New beta revealed, play early, and how to download massive updates. Okay. Let's take a look. This was 3 days ago. Yeah, it was Friday. Let's take a look at this one.
So Blizzard just revealed that big secret they've been withholding, and it's this right here that, yes, we get another opportunity to hop into Diablo 4 before release, and it's called the Server Slam, happening May 12th through the 14th, open to absolutely everyone to really test those servers. This is going to be a ton of fun. But this article goes into extensive details as to what we can expect during the Server Slam, earning Server Slam rewards as you play, because as you can see clearly, there's some really cool stuff. Also, how in the world do you download the Server Slam in the first place? And yes, there was that big developer live stream that did happen, and they had a bunch of brand new details in there, especially about what's going on with like the classes. Barbarian is apparently amazing now, and then the Druid is apparently, get this, a powerhouse.
What?
In the in-game. I kid you not. This is some really cool stuff. But let's get into, first and foremost, that blog post about the Server Slam. It goes on to say this right here. It says, from May 12th, 12 p.m. through May 14th, 12 p.m. PDT time, everyone can come to Sanctuary's Defense on Windows, basically every platform, as you can see.
Okay, so here it is, guys. Just in case you didn't know, May 12th through May 14th, 12 p.m. to 12 p.m., obviously. That's Pacific time. And everyone can come on Sanctuary's Defense. In other words, you can beta play again, along with couch co-op for consoles and crossplay progressions for all platforms. Nice. What the hell is couch co-op? So that is going to be cool. One final task. Server Slam. Sounds like a WWF. Is that what it's called now? I don't even know. Server Slam. Coming soon. I'll be out of town for the beta and the launch, but I might be able to play it on my back. Oh, that's right. Yeah. I have a lot of street walking experience. You're a wait, what? Super's a streetwalker? Hold on a second. Nord and Super co-op. Yeah, I'll be on the couch. Here we go. All right. Well, anyway, so let's see what else.
Along with couch co-op for consoles and crossplay and cross-progression for all platforms against the armies of the Burning Hells to help test out the servers. Now, if you're wondering, can I play my beta character and continue those characters in the Server Slam? No, you cannot. I'll get into those details in
We have to
just
start a whole new
moment.
character.
This is a whole new experience. So,
Holy
let's talk
crap, the
about
barbarians are
what
badass,
to
supposedly.
expect during the Server Slam. Now, if we scroll down, it goes on to say this: Server Slam
Not
will
touching
give
that.
players one final weekend in Hell to experience a fraction of what Diablo 4 has to offer, while simultaneously testing the capabilities of our servers prior to launch. The prologue and the entirety of Act 1 will be your canvas to paint with the remains of slain demons. Fractured Peaks, the first zone, is yours to navigate as you please, traverse its rugged landscape, as barbarian, druid, necromancer, rogue, and sorcerer, unleashing devastating power upon foes and honing your unique skill set in the process. Now, it says, for those who played during our early access and open beta weekends, these details may seem familiar. However, there are a few nuances we're ushering in with Server Slam. So let's pay attention here. It says, any character progress made during the early access and open beta weekends will not carry over to Server Slam. Additionally,
Let's pause for a second so you guys can read this. Whatever happened to Trollerith? He pops in from time to time. I think he got butt hurt by something that I may have done, and so we kind of had a falling out. It's not, I mean, it's not crazy, but basically, I mean, I'll be honest with what happened. You know, the whole Diablo 4 beta thing, I was trying to get us all in there to make sure we all played and kind of played together and kind of, you know, had a good time as a community. And so, hey, listen, I'm going to say this, and I'm not saying this because I'm boasting or anything, but I'm going to say because it's part of the story. So I made it a point to gift Diablo 4 to a few people, and because I wanted to see them in the beta with us, and because we wanted to play together as a community. And I'm not going to make this into drama. Don't worry. I'm going to keep this very simple. It's not drama. It's just I want to be clear about what happened, and I'm going to admit my fault in it, but it is what it is. And so because of that, we all were talking and were excited about the beta for Diablo 4 coming out, and we were going to get in there and play. And yeah, we all have different ways of playing and different styles and different reasons why we play the game. But then, so Solar was one of the guys that I actually gave the game to. I gifted him the game, and I'm like, bro, I want to see you there, you know, whatever. So get on in there. And when the beta actually did come out, like, he was nowhere to be found. And so we were all playing, like, we were all like trying to log in, and, you know, freaking Super wasn't able to get in for like the whole day, and he was waiting on his PlayStation 5 to actually work, and he ended up playing the next day. He bought a PC version and just did that. And so we all were getting in there and like checking in with each other and hanging out in Discord. Even if we weren't online, like on stream, we were like on Discord and kind of like helping each other out or just talking about the game and what we saw. So it was cool. It was like a community thing. And Solar was nowhere to be found. And when I looked to see, he was, well, the first weekend we understood because I was out of town, and I still brought my laptop with me and played, but he had family stuff going on the first weekend, so he wasn't around, and it was fine. But the second weekend, when we were all home, we thought we would all be getting together, and we did. And when I looked, he was actually streaming WoW, like the hardcore challenge or something. And so I was kind of annoyed that I'm like, here we all are, and I'm being honest. I'm not going to make drama out of it. I'm just being honest. I was like, here we all are playing this, kind of getting together as a community, as friends, as buddies, and hanging out, and that's why we were going to do it. It was beta weekend. We were going to do it. The second beta weekend, we planned on doing it. And so we did, and he wasn't there. So I said, yo, bro, what's the deal? And he's like, basically, he had no interest in playing it, doing the beta. He played a little bit offline on his own with his barbarian. He did as much as he wanted. He's not into the game. He was just into it. He's just into the game for leaderboards. That's it. And that's basically what he said. He's like, I'm only interested in the game for leaderboards, and since that's not a thing for the beta, I really don't care. But I was pissed off that the whole reason for the beta for the community was for all of us to just hang out and like play together. And it felt like, nah, dude, it almost felt like he didn't want to be a part of that. So I'm kind of like, what the fuck, man? I thought you're part of the community. So we had a disagreement about that. And in the end, he was like, well, I'll just return. And I'm like, I'm not asking for a refund. Like, I don't want the game back. That's neither here nor there for me. I just wanted him to play. And anyway, so he didn't pretty much like that I even questioned him on that or even called him out on it. And he said a couple of things that, just to kind of set it straight. I said a couple of things, and in the end I said, it is what it is. I understand, bro. You do your thing, whatever. And then after that, he ended up leaving the Discord server, as he usually does when he gets upset. And then at some point, I think he ended up leaving the channel, or maybe he didn't leave the channel, but I know he left the Discord. And I'm like, all right, whatever. And I'm like, you know what? I'm done with this shit, because I don't deal with drama. I don't want to deal with drama. Like I said, I'm not going to make this drama. And I said, it is what it is. And so I kind of like just removed him, kind of moved on, and he popped in a couple of times like nothing happened, nothing said. And I really don't want to deal with fakeness of that. So I'm just kind of like, whatever. I didn't treat him bad. He's just another viewer. And that's just the way I see it. If he wants to come in, he comes in. But I'm not going to put energy into someone that wasn't want to be a part of the community. I mean, we're all here for like-mindedness and stuff. So it is what it is. No ill will towards the guy. I wish him nothing but the best. Whatever it is that he does, whether he's here or not is irrelevant to me at this point. But I just want to be clear. That's kind of what happened. Listen, the only reason I'm saying this, and this isn't drama, I'm saying this because I want you guys to understand. I treat everybody with respect. I treat everybody like, and some of you guys know this for a fact. I go out of my way to get together with you guys or have talk with you offline sometimes. And it's not just for stream. We talk offline on Discord, and it's not like, hey, oh my God, you got to pay me to talk to me. It's not like that. We're buddies here and we're buddies offline. And that's how it is. That's how I treat all of you. We've all become that way. I don't treat anybody like crap. But if you're going to start to treat me like crap and try to treat my community like crap, I'm not interested in having you around. I'm not really interested in devoting my time to you or even putting any energy into you. And that's kind of the way I see it. So no disrespect to anybody, but that's how I am. You know me here, and you know me off here, and you know how I am. And no one can say that I'm an asshole to anybody unless I do it on purpose on stream and we're cracking up about it and I'm doing it as a joke and you know it. So that's it. That's just saying that. Anyways, tacos for everybody. Tacos for everyone. I treat everyone equally crappy. Exactly. And that's what I like about Brink. Brink is an equal opportunity troll. Anyways. Polishing his bullet balls. No, he's around. Bro, if you give me some tacos, you bet we're gonna get eaten. Exactly. By the way, and just say he ended up returning the gift, so it was like he just didn't want it. So I'm like, whatever, man. Whatever. No big deal. Tacos. Bro, I'll give tacos all day long. Let me see this.
Any character progress made during Server Slam will not carry over to launch. Now, players may level up their characters to level 20, after which you will cease to gain ability points, but can continue to slay demons and earn alluring gear. The legendary item drop rate has been altered to reflect the drop rate that will be present in the launch version of Diablo 4. Now, the version
Fat
of
Cat
Diablo
won't
4
play
available
Diablo.
during Server Slam will include all the bug fixes and updates detailed in our open beta retrospective blog. Now, I did a whole video about those changes.
Because there's no
I'll throw
golf
that
in it.
video in the description below if you're curious about that. A lot of changes, a lot of improvements happening with this. So I am super excited to especially go hands-on with Druid and Barbarian with this one. And they're doing something a little different with Ashava. Check it out. It says overcome Server Slam's biggest challenge, Ashava. So what have they done differently here? It says steal yourself before one of the Burning Hell's most foul machinations, Ashava. She's a lumbering behemoth with 2 razor-sharp blades. Okay, we get that. Now,
Brink, stop trying to sell Star Citizen. That would be golf in Star Citizen someday. Come on, man. You already got me to buy it. Damn it.
now it says, because your character can't surpass level 20 during Server Slam, felling her will be quite the monumental task. Because got to remember, she's level 25. It says, here's when you'll have an opportunity to combat Ashava during Server Slam. So this is the time, May 13th, starting at 9 a.m. PDT, and every 3 hours thereafter until the final spawn on May 14th at 9 a.m. PDT. So there's several chances to really slay Ashava. However,
Okay. I'm going to stop there. There are plenty of things, yeah, because this is going to get lengthy. I'm going to go ahead and put this in the Discord. I'm sorry, not the Discord. I'll put this right here for you guys in case you want to continue to see that. But basically, the things I heard is May 12th is when I'm going to make myself available to play the beta again. And then also, Druid and Barbarians have been fixed. So I'm definitely going to be testing those 2 out, especially the Druid. And we'll see where that goes. There's a lot more in from here, but there's a lot of blah, blah, blah. It's kind of hard to really pay attention to this right now. My ADHD is really kicking in. So according to this, and I love just listening to you guys talk because you bring up the craziest stuff. So according to Brink, he says there's going to be golf in Star Citizen, and it's a real thing. So that would be really interesting to be playing golf in an astronaut suit. Fat Cat says he's too busy between art, Fortnite, and Hearthstone. Don't have time for another game. Bro, I realize how busy I am lately. I mean, not only with trying to make these, like, I'm really working hard at trying to do this thing with online stores, with designs and products and stuff. I mean, I really want to make this work, and I'm really enjoying doing it because I get to, basically generate products and designs and kind of work in Photoshop again. And I really have spent a lot more time trying to be creative, and it's feeding my desire to want to do other things. On top of that, writing a book, recording the podcast, managing YouTube, freaking streaming, playing games. I mean, trust me, talk about being busy. I am busy. And then on top of that, everything else that I have as far as household stuff, it's nuts. I think I spent the entire day at my computer just absorbing new content, new stuff, like whether it's learning new AI things that are coming out, testing out Stable Diffusion and Mid-Journey things, writing and putting together these layouts for the book I'm trying to do, and trying to figure out the whole online design business thing. It's a lot, man. I'm enjoying it, so don't get me wrong, but I'm like, man, it's like nonstop. I really have to keep a schedule to get these things done. That's what I've been doing. All right. So let's see. What do I got? It's 12:30. It's almost lunchtime. I'm getting hungry, but we got to play some Division 2. And I am trying to figure out whether I should take my break now and then we could try out the Nordwolf games this afternoon and see how that works out. Give everybody a chance to do other things. Give me a chance to kind of check out things here at the house and make some lunch. See, here's what's funny. Like I learned this from Co Carnage, because if you don't watch Co Carnage, you should. He's really good. And one of the things that he does is he focuses on his mental health first. So like he'll do his stream and then he takes a lunch, because to him, his mental health is more important. He'll do his stream. He's doing his stream, whatever. And then he's like, he takes his lunch, he goes away, and he comes back and does another stream afterwards. And I think it's great. He says that it kind of does take a hit because, it's like everything drops. He has to start back over, and so there's a drop and stuff, but he still does it. And I kind of like that because for me, I'm the same way. I'm kind of like, I'm not your typical streamer. It's not like I'm going to be here 24/7 and I'm like, I'm on for 10 hours, guys, let's go. No, I come in, we'll hang out for a bit. We'll talk about different things. The morning, usually Monday mornings is coffee chat. We try to get to games if we can. We don't, no offense. But this is why I really want to separate the channel and make it into this one being the variety stream, and the Nordwolf Games Twitch account will be just for gameplay. And that's why I think there's going to be a difference there, and it's going to be great. I thought streamers streams all day and ate steaks at 3 a.m. Yes, that is what we're supposed to do, and some of us do that in hiding. We just can't let our wives know that we wake up in the middle of the night to cook steaks. So when she asks, why does it smell like steak? I'm like, you're dreaming. You got to gaslight them. You got to gaslight them all the time. You're dreaming. Go back to sleep. Yes. And they have to be crappy steaks, too. They got to be like $2 steaks. Coffee chat in the morning, break for lunch, afternoon gaming. Exactly. And I think that works for me. And I hope that works for other people, too. Now, I do have... I do have a thought that I'd like to do some evening streams for gaming. I really would like to do that. I just don't know. A lot of people are busy at night, and you know, it's hard. So I think it would be a completely different audience. We'll have to try that out to see how that works out. I'll be getting at the computer all day. So yeah, perfect. All right, so let's do that. I'm going to try this out. So what I'll do is I'm going to try to see if I can set up the Nordwolf Games. I already have the account to Twitch. By the way, if you want to go and follow that already, it's Nordwolf Games on Twitch. So I'm going to try to see if I can set up on this end behind the scenes to stream over there for the afternoon stream. If I don't, then I'll just stream it here. But the idea is that within either between, today, tomorrow, or Wednesday, we should be streaming games on Nordwolf Games from now on. I think that's what we're going to do. Just have different themes for your streams. No big deal. Exactly. We're going to build a birdhouse tomorrow, by the way. I'm going to actually saw wood. Nord is going to play with wood tomorrow. And nails. And a hammer. So we're doing that tomorrow. Fortnite streams. Yeah, there you go. Stop. No, don't. So live tomorrow on Twitch. Sure audience. Get your hammers ready. Nord's going to be playing with wood. So we're going to make a birdhouse tomorrow and see how that works out. Oh, I know I'm going to hurt myself. 2023. That sounds like a golf game, bro. Wood 2023. All right, let's take a break. Everybody go do your thing. Have lunch. Get outdoors. Do whatever you want. Go take a nap. Whatever it is that you have to get done. And then we'll be back in the afternoon for some games. I feel like playing Division 2 today, so that's probably going to be playing unless the game completely screws up and starts kicking us out, which I don't think will happen. But if it does, then we'll switch it up to something else. But that's the plan. It's between that and RimWorld right now. Okay, it's 9:30 here, but I guess I'll eat lunch. Eat some brunch. Yeah, there we go. Oh no, come on. Damn it. Nord is going to play with wood tomorrow. Oh, shit, you did get it. Oh man. Oh jeez. You know, I say these things innocently. I don't know why you guys take things out of context all the time. I'm innocent in this. All right, with that said, take care of yourselves. Go make yourselves happy and make somebody else happy. Go hug a stranger so you can punch you in the face. I'm just kidding. I'll talk to you guys later. Have a great one. I'm out. Peace.